Well, thank you very much, John. Thank you for everything that NPRI does. Fantastic that we're here fighting tyranny and supporting constitutional republic, right? Tyranny, yes. Tyranny can start out small, but it grows very quickly. Tyranny has found its way into rejection of separation of powers. You can't be a lawmaker at the same time you are a law enforcer. James Madison said, one of our founding fathers said in Federalist Paper number 47, there can be no liberty when legislative and executive powers are united in the same person. He said that is the very definition of tyranny. Article 3, Section 1 of the Nevada Constitution says, and this is pretty clear, no persons charged with the exercise of powers properly belonging to one of these departments shall exercise any functions appertaining to either of the others. The issue of separation of powers first came to me about a month before the general election, the case of State of Nevada versus Plumlee. Mrs. Plumlee had been convicted in Justice Court of DUI. Her prosecutor was Melanie Scheibel, who was Democrat state senator, violation of separation of powers. At the same time, we had another assistant district attorney, Nicole Cannizzaro, Democrat, thank you, Democrat majority leader in the Senate, right? Violation of separation of powers. Mrs. Plumlee filed an appeal. It came to me. Probably unfortunate for them that it came to me, unfortunate for the DA and the legislature. But it did come before me. The district attorney said, Judge, this is a ridiculous appeal. They have no standing whatsoever. There's no authority for them to challenge the right of the legislature to also be in the district attorney's office. And I said, hold on a minute. I had to catch my breath, then I had to bite my tongue. And I had to pull out my pocket constitution. And I said, you cannot disrespect the Constitution. This does count as authority. Obviously, thank you. I had to reverse the conviction and send it back down to Justice Court. They obviously appealed me to the Nevada Supreme Court. That case is still pending. Thank God. We're finally going to get a decision on the merits on separation of powers. It's been a long time in coming. About 20 years ago, our Nevada Secretary of State asked the Attorney General for an opinion on separation of powers. And our Attorney General at the time said, no, I don't see a problem here. You can be in the legislature at the same time you're in local government. Scheibel relied on that and said, District Attorney, local, I'm okay. I said, no. District Attorney enforces state law. District Attorney, when they file a complaint against somebody, it says State of Nevada versus John Doe. It doesn't say local government. So, that being said, the Secretary of State then, undeterred, went to court. And the Secretary of State also tried to find a judge that was going to rule that you can't be in the state legislature at the time you were in the executive branch of government. What happened in that case, that was also about 20 years ago. They were actually seeking to decertify some of the legislators that were in the executive branch of government. Our Nevada Supreme Court said, no, you have no standing. They threw out the case because they said the legislature is the sole party that can determine the qualifications of its members. Wow, that was wrong. So then we have NPRI. Thank you, NPRI. John, I don't know where you went. NPRI's been fighting for so long on this issue. NPRI then went to district court. NPRI said, Judge, it's unconstitutional for a legislator to also be in the executive branch of government. This judge that they were before, I'm not going to say the name, the judge threw their case out. Again, lack of standing. This judge said, you need to have a significant public importance in order to have standing to present your case in court. Significant public importance. Is separation of powers significant? This judge didn't think so. This judge scorned and mocked NPRI and scorned and mocked the Constitution. This judge said, NPRI, quote, you're blowing hot and cold. I don't even know what that means, but, and also NPRI, you're only presenting an issue of general policy disagreement. Wow, NPRI, you've appealed that. John, thank you. Thank you for appealing this nonsense. So, yeah, I don't know where he went. Now, the Plumlee case that came in front of me, all right, there was no standing issue there. Because in Plumlee, the defendant's liberty interest was actually at stake. So in this case, wow, they appealed it. It's before the Nevada Supreme Court. We're going to have a decision soon because in 3 weeks, the Nevada Supreme Court is entertaining oral argument, September 9th at 1:30. You all can watch on the internet. John, I know you're going to watch. There you are. I know you're going to watch in interest, right? We need to take a stand against tyranny. We need to support separation of powers. We need to rescue the Constitution. And at the same time, because our republic depends upon it, we need to restore election integrity to make sure that these legislators that we have, the legislators that legitimately take office and understand separation of powers and understand limited government. With our help from our friends, John and NPRI, we're going to get there. So thank you, John, and thank you.